talking about the propensity of Filipinos to call everybody sir. Now, I've been around the world a couple of times. That is not a common thing that happens. India happens to some degree, a little bit in other countries in Southeast Asia, but Philippines is number one. Everybody is sir. I don't know if Filipinos call each other sir. Certainly they do. They would call their boss sir, or probably their teacher sir, or something like that. Just, you know, randomly each other on the street. I don't see them using sir or the Tagalog equivalent of sir. It seems to be just for expats. I've only seen it with Western expats. I don't know about, you know, if East Indians come here, do the Filipinos call them sir? I don't know, but you know, I come from originally from a Western country. I'm Scottish and American, and take your life in your hands here. Yeah, made it. Wow. And so I know that, you know, Caucasian Western expats are called sir universally. So the question of the day is that the appropriate term to use for someone you don't know? It can be. It's not usually. Now, when just about anybody calls me sir, God, everybody's a photographer today. Oh, God. When somebody calls me sir, it makes me do this. It makes me wince. Now, if you're Filipino, you may not know that word. I'll spell it. It's W-I-N-C-E. Wince. Okay. You wince when, I'll say, somebody sneaks up behind you and they put an ice cube against the back of your neck. Surprises you. And you wince. You go, oh, jeez. You know, you might be vocal in that context, but if a mosquito bites you, it might make you wince. You're like, oh, dang it. or whatever. A wince is not a positive thing. It's an uncomfortable thing. Now, the reason that I'm uncomfortable with it, and many expats are uncomfortable with it, is that to use the salutation of sir means that they are granting you respect. That's fine and well if you deserve it, if you're worthy of it. But if you meet a Filipino on the street and he calls you sir, he doesn't know you from anybody. And so there's no possible way on earth that you have earned the right to be called sir. So that, God bless it. What the hell? Ah, they're crazy. So that means that his use of the word sir is artificial. It means it's fake. And that makes me think, oh, I wince. Look it up. Maybe I'll try to post an image here. What the heck is that thing? Mind Rover. Huh. Okay, whatever. I'll try to post an image here of the definition of wince. Huh, I wish I had that. The roads in the Philippines won't really support it, but you know, I'd drive it around anyway. Okay. I don't feel as though I deserve or am worthy of respect by really hardly anybody. You know, I want them to respect my right to breathe air and to have the space on this earth that I occupy. But beyond that, I don't feel especially deserving of really any kind of respect from anybody unless I earn it. Now, it so happens that I've done things in my life that some people, a few people, have respected me for. Nothing earth-shattering. I was a pilot for a lot of years of airplanes and helicopter, and we logged trees, forests with helicopter. I had 2,200 hours doing that. I didn't crash. I didn't die. I had less hours in fixed-wing airplanes. Didn't crash. I didn't die. Well, actually, I did crash. I'm not going to go there. Okay. I didn't hurt anybody. Okay, let's move on. So, you know, I've done that. That doesn't make me worthy of respect. Lots of people do that. I was captain of a rescue tugboat for many years. And I did 321 rescues in the Northeast Pacific Ocean. And rescued the United States Coast Guard twice. And we did it as a private company, not government. It means we had to earn money doing it. It means we had to do it right. And so I did get respect from a lot of the people that I rescued. And that was okay. I had a few instances where I left that region, I went back to that region maybe 20 years later. And in a number of cases, I would be walking down the street, come out of a restaurant, walk into a restaurant, whatever, and strangers would come over to me and want to shake my hand. They would know my name, and they would say, "Hey, we think about you all the time. You saved us one night out in the ocean. We were sinking, we were on fire, we were dying. It was blowing 100. You came out there, the Coast Guard wouldn't, and you saved us. And we will never forget you for that." I had no freaking idea who they were. And they would describe the situation and what went on, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I kind of vaguely remember that. Okay." But none of those people ever called me sir, nor should they have. Sir is an overreach. It's a salutation on steroids. It's not necessary, it's not appropriate for most cases. What cases is it appropriate for? Well, pretty much almost anybody on earth would call a president of any country, prime minister, whatever, they would call him sir. There are some that I would call sir, maybe 2 or 3. John F. Kennedy I would have called sir. Ronald Reagan I would have happily called sir. Joe Biden I would call shit for brains. So if I met Reagan or whatever, I would be very happy to say sir. If I met Joe Biden, I'd be very happy to say, hello, shit for brains. How are you today? Are you any smarter today than you were yesterday? Of course, the Secret Service would tackle me and pummel me, but that's the level of respect I would give that jackass, because he hasn't earned anything more than that. He has earned only derision and fear. But anyway, most teachers, many teachers will insist on being called sir. If I respect them, I'm happy to call them sir. If they haven't done anything yet to earn my respect, I'm going to call them by their name. God dang it, we got rain. Wanted to fly the drone. Got rain. Suck. And all the benches are taken by the employees as usual, so there's no place to sit. God dang it. Oh, there's a place. So, you can call anybody madam. No, that's not true. Madam, in many countries, very often denotes a madam, which is in a lot of countries, that's a mama-san. That's the director of a prostitution brothel. So I'm sorry, madam. In some circles, madam is okay. I use it occasionally. Pretty much the universal approach is to say ma'am, which is just an abbreviated version of madam, but it doesn't have that prostitution connotation to it. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. So, let's hope it doesn't rain too hard. So back to the sir thing. Most expats who come to the Philippines, they don't want to be called sir. Now, a few of them might think it's cool. The ones who think it's cool are probably not people you want to know. It's my opinion. If they get a thrill up their leg from being called sir, how can I say it politely? It probably means they haven't ever done anything to deserve being called sir, but they like it because it raises them in their mind to a higher level than they actually are at. So they got raised up in stature for no output. They paid no price. They got respected, but they didn't have to do anything worthy of respect. Okay, that's kind of how it is. Those people, I don't want to know them. You probably don't want to know them. If they're demanding to be called sir, or even ask you to call them sir, I would just walk away from them. Tell them to earn it, and then we'll see how it goes. We'll see if you're a good human being or not, and then we'll see if I choose to grant you that respect. If I don't, you're on your own. If I do, then I do. Some people have done things to earn my respect. Chuck Yeager, one of the most arrogant, belligerent jackasses on the face of the earth. Pretty much hated by everybody he ever came in contact with, just because of his arrogance and his obnoxiousness and his rudeness. But Chuck Yeager did shit that earned him my respect to a pretty good degree. Look him up. It's Chuck, or Charles. He went by Chuck. Y-E-A-G-E-R. Jaeger. I think it's Y-E-A-G-E-R. Just look up the name. You'll see some of the stuff he did. Yeah, he gets my respect. Some people get my respect. Some doctors get my respect if they treat me and cure me and don't kill me, and they're competent. Yeah, they get my respect. I might call them sir. Might not, but I might. If they're stupid, you know, and just give me the runaround for a week, no, they don't get to be called sir. So madam and sir, or ma'am and sir, are not equal terms. Ma'am is neutral. It's neutral. It's not a show of respect. It's just a way to talk to somebody, to initiate a conversation or whatever. Ma'am is generally reserved for females, you know, roughly age 30 and up. For age 30 and under, you would generally use Miss, M-I-S-S. A fun thing you can do if you've got a young girl who is arrogant and egotistical and spoiled and a real pain in the ass, and she has not earned any respect at all, just call her ma'am, and she'll hate it, because it makes her think you think she's old and over the hill, and oh, that'll just burn her up, especially the pretty young ones. Oh my God, they can't handle that. That just eats them alive. Well, that's sort of the intent, you know. And the message is, look, girly, get over yourself. He's got his ball. He was wondering if I wanted to throw it for him. So, you know, ma'am for females over 30, miss for females under 30, kind of like that. You know, if they're married, they might not like being called miss. Then you know, if they correct you, then you say, okay, sorry, Mrs., or sorry, ma'am. So, in some circles, females will want to be called madame because that's formal. In some circles, that's formal. In many other circles, it's not formal. It's a put down. Now, some people have never been around the world, and they don't know that you know, madams pretty traditionally are the managers of brothels. so, you know, sometimes you can use madam as a kind of a low-grade insult to some stupid woman, but she'll never get that you're accusing her of being a general manager of a brothel, you know. So that's very useful sometimes. You file that away, you can use that sometimes, you know. And if they take exception to being called madam, you just say, oh geez, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Okay. But you got their attention anyway. So back to sir, that's what we're talking about. When somebody, and it's 98% Filipinos call me sir. They call everybody sir. I don't really like it. It bothers me. It makes me wince. W-I-N-C-E. I wince. I think, oh, geez, no, I'm not a sir. I am not your superior. I'm not your boss. I'm not your president. I am not above you. We are just two people on the earth trying to get through life as best we can. And that's it. You know, maybe if I know you for a while and you do worthy things, you know, you go feed a bunch of homeless cats, you know, let's say you do that for a year. I'll probably respect you, and I will call you sir as a Filipino. If I ever do something that's truly worthy of being called sir, then okay, you can call me sir. You know, if your entire village is being washed away by floodwaters, and I go out there in my rowboat and I save the entire village, every man, woman, and child, and the dogs and the cats too, with my rowboat, And in the process, I get both arms chewed off by alligators, crocodiles, and pythons, you know, but I still saved the entire village. Well, maybe you could call me sir and it would not make me wince. But if you just meet me on the street and you want directions to the nearest restaurant, I am not a sir. I am not a sir. I'm not. It bothers me. I don't like it. And many expats feel the same way. Many of them. The annoyance is very, very slight, and we're not ever going to say anything about it to you, so you're probably never going to know that that's an annoyance to us. But it is. It's slight. Every once in a while, if somebody calls me sir like 5 times in 40 seconds, I'll say, you know, by the way, you know, I'm not a sir. I'm not above you. You know, just you know, my name is Noel. Just call me that. That's fine. Or Mr. Marseille. You know, whatever you want to. You know, just a name. Just say hey. Now, employees of businesses, they're kind of sort of duty bound to call males sir, because you are either a customer or you're a potential customer, and just by virtue of the fact that you're probably going to end up giving them money, or you might potentially give them money, that elevates you in that one materialistic context. And so maybe in that case sir is okay. If I go into a department store and I'm looking for a hat or an umbrella, and the sales lady comes up, or whoever, the sales guy, doesn't matter, and they say, sir, can I help you? That doesn't make me wince, really, because that's kind of an appropriate context for it. But if I'm sitting at a table, maybe I'm sitting there and a cat comes and he starts eating my hamburger, you know, at my table, and there's some Filipinos sitting next to me at the adjacent table, and they say, sir, that cat, he's eating your hamburger. Well, that kind of makes me wince, because I'm not a sir. You know, I'm not above them. They could say, hey, mister. If they know my name, just say, hey, Noel, that cat's getting your burger. Look at him, slap him. You know, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably let him have the burger and I'd go buy another one. But just use the person's name, or you can say mister. You know, you almost say, hey, you, hey, man. You know, that would probably make me wince less than being called sir. Hey, man. Hey, you. You know, you say, hey, dipshit. You know, that's probably going to make my fist clench, you know, a little bit like that. Okay, so there is no good alternative to the word sir. There isn't. I've searched. There isn't anything. Mr. is about as close as it gets. Mr. is absolutely neutral. Mr. does not imply or impart respect. Mr. just means, hey, you, the male guy sitting there, standing there, whatever, the guy I'm looking at, Mr. Okay, that's just a neutral thing. It has no meaning whatsoever, except, hey, you, I'm talking to you. God, the rain is really coming now. Glad I brought the big umbrella. Shoot, I'm thinking maybe no flying today. Dang, it's perfect otherwise. It's overcast and it's coolish and there's no wind and not too many people back here. Dang it. If this had just stopped for a little while, go over and, you know, fly over on the golf course and maybe cause some trouble, something like that. Anyway, Filipinos, we understand why you say it. We understand that you're trying to be respectful. Okay, we get that. But you, as a person, personally, you need to have a reason to show us respect. We haven't earned it yet. We're just here. We're breathing your air. We're taking up your space. You know? Wait until we've earned your respect. And I mean a lot of respect before you give away your respect. It just bothers a lot of us. And it doesn't mean we hate you for it. we understand why you're doing it. We kind of, sort of, in a backhanded, twisted kind of way, we sort of like you for doing it. You know, okay, here, let's turn this around. We actually respect you a teeny tiny bit for referring to us as sir, but we wish you wouldn't do it. We wish you would say, hello, mister, or another way to do it is if you want to ask somebody a question, you're sitting at an adjacent table and you want to know why I'm allowing that cat to eat the meat out of the inside of my burger. You don't have to say, hey, mister. You don't have to say, sir. You can say, hi, and then ask your question. Why are you letting that cat eat your burger? Or you can say, hi, my name is, whatever. GV. My name is GV. And I just wondering why you're letting that cat eat the meat out of your burger, you know. And that's an open invitation for you to tell them your first name if you want to, or not. You could just answer the question. But if they say, if they turn and they look at you and they say, sir, why are you letting that cat eat your burger? You're like, oh, but you know, maybe, how do you know I'm not a moron? How do you know I'm not, you know, a horse rapist? You know, how do you know I'm not a terrible person? And here you are, you're showing me your respect, you're giving me respect, but you don't know I might be the devil. You know, I could be, you don't know. So don't give respect until it's justified. That's the point I'm trying to make. You know, every time you give away respect and it's not reciprocated, or it's given away for nothing, that costs you a teeny tiny little bit. Yeah, maybe it's only 3 grains of sand on the entire beach. It's a teeny tiny bit, but don't give that away until somebody deserves it, you know? I don't know if I'm saying all this well. Maybe. I'm just saying don't use sir until you have a good, strong reason to. We are not above you. Expats that come here are not above you. Some of us have more money than you. Some of you have more money than us. Some of you are better human beings than us. Maybe you are more honorable than us. Maybe you're more honest than us. Maybe you're more capable than us. Maybe you can fly helicopters a hell of a lot better than we can. Maybe you are smarter in business. Maybe you treat your wife better than we treat our wife. You know, the fact of the matter could be very much that we are below you on the social scale. So don't be giving away respect to people who could well be idiots. And lots of expats are. It's why I don't associate with them. I don't like them. I left my cushy Western country because I don't like expats. And I especially hate, loathe, and detest sex-pats. Now there's quite a few in the Philippines. Thailand is overflowing with them like a plugged up toilet. Cambodia is becoming overflowing with them. Laos to a small degree. And by the way, in Thailand, Laos is called Lao. You don't pronounce the S. And Cambodia is pronounced Kombucha, because that's the old ancient name for Cambodia, Kombucha. Okay, so it doesn't matter for this discussion, but you know, that's my lesson for the day. Just knock off the sir stuff. That's the whole point of this. Wait until I've done something cool. If I ever do, I probably won't ever do it. But you know, if I haven't yet single-handedly saved your entire village and lost 2 arms in the process, then I probably don't really deserve your respect. You know, if I give you $5 for a meal in a restaurant, I still don't deserve your respect, but at least I understand, you know, that the waitresses and the waiters are kind of, oh hell. Okay, once again, this wonderful Insta360 Go 3 has screwed up. They all do pretty much every time. They're crap. All these little cameras are crap, sorry. They're convenient, but they're crap. They're not really meant to be used, they're meant to be toys. Okay, so anyway, this thing crapped. It just stopped recording. Surprise, surprise. You know, every shoot stops recording for one reason or another. This one didn't give a reason, it just stopped. Didn't overheat, just stopped. Okay, so let's wrap this little podcast thing up. Just be more careful with your use of "sir," because most of us, almost all of us, do not deserve it. We don't really like it. You know, it doesn't make us angry or anything like that. It's just like, oh, ouch, you know, a little sting. It's a little sting. You know, we would rather you keep your own self-respect than giving it away on people who don't deserve it. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. We want you to save your own self-respect and use it only when it's deserved, not when you think you're supposed to use it. There, I think I said it. I think I said it that time. Okay, the camera's going to die any second again, because that's just the nature of it's the nature of all these cameras, all of them. I've had better luck with the DJI Action 4 than any of the others. GoPros will quit just willy-nilly all the time. They just quit. They quit and quit and quit, and I don't use them anymore. The Insta360 series are a little better than GoPros as far as quitting. Not that much better, a little bit. They're more versatile than the GoPros, really. Anyway, that's my message for the day, and the rain is letting up, but maybe only for 5 minutes. So what the hell? Oh, prostitute. You don't see many prostitutes in the Philippines. If you go to certain sections, you do, but in Thailand, it's crawling with them. It's just crawling with them everywhere. To a lesser degree in Cambodia. Philippines, it's frowned upon. In Thailand, it's embraced. So there you go. But oh, I know what she was doing. She got done. She got done with her customer in one of these condos here, and she's like making her escape. That's what it was. Yeah. That's Thailand. I feel like I'm back home in Thailand. Okay. Alrighty then. Thank you very much. And I used to say on the Alien podcasts, good evening and good night. But it's not really evening, so I could say good afternoon and good night or something. Whatever. Goodbye.